Okay, we got a new deep web content source for you, and it's actually interesting that Google has not been able to index this database of article abstracts because of this one little button. The only way to get in here to this database is to click a button, and which the Google Spider cannot do. And we have confirmed that at least all the articles I checked, and I checked a pretty good number of articles in this database, and none of them had ever been indexed in Google. They are academic related. So that means that, so the nice thing about that is for the most part, these folks want, academics for the most part, want their article abstracts to get out there, to get publicized, and to get people seeing them. So they usually welcome you to republish the abstracts, which means for us, we are, we're at the advantage to be able to use that content for our various sites, even if you're just using it as temporary content while you're trying to get a site ranked quickly. So anyway, let me just show you how this one works. Obviously, you go to the link. I'll give you the link directly below this video, and then you click on that button that I showed you in the previous page, and it'll bring you to this specific interface. And this is a ministry related, a theological related article database, abstract database. So the articles in here, they don't have articles in here about every topic known to man. So you're going to have to be a little creative with the keywords that you use, because you have to think about something that would be Christian related. For the most part, I believe these are all Christian articles, and you'd have to you'd have to think, if you're trying to have content that's somewhat related to your niche or your keyword phrase, you're going to need to be creative and think about what types of articles would someone who is writing like a theological type paper, what would they post that could be close to your niche. And if there's nothing close at all, just remember you can always grab this content and then just insert keywords in the actual blog post to help there be some relevance there for the Google Spider. But you should be able to be creative with this. So what you do is you do a search like hair, and then you do when you search. I wouldn't worry about the publication year. A lot of times I tell folks to go ahead and try to search for articles that are before 1990 or so, and that increases your odds of an article not being in Google's index at all. If it was published before 1990, in general, I've found that sometimes for those older articles, they just never bothered to get them into a database or a format where Google could discover them. But with this specific database, I haven't found that it matters at all. Even newer articles from, after the year 2000 aren't indexed in Google, and so you can just do keyword searches to your heart's content. So you type in your keyword phrase, then you click search, and then it's going to tell you records retrieved 5, and then you have to actually click on display search results to see the records, and then you just check the boxes of the articles that you want to see, and then you click display selected items. And then this is the format that it gives it to you in. And here are the abstracts right here that you can use. You can also do another format here if you want. They have two formats. They also have a labeled format, which is a little easier on the eye, but it's got a lot of HTML formatting and stuff like that in it. But the thing you can do with this is you can actually I actually like the other format here, because with some creative find and replace with Microsoft Word, you could create a CSV file out of these text files. Now, we might actually create, if there's enough interest, we might create a bot that does this all for you, so you can really mine this database in an automated way. I'd like to see if people are interested in that. Go ahead and post in the thread here that you'd like to see a bot that could do that. And what we would do then is we'd have the bot go in and scrape all this content. It would do your keyword search for you. It would scrape all this content. It would pull it all into a CSV file that you could actually use with this Google Responder bot that we've created. And if you're not familiar with the Google Responder bot, go to Black Hat Bots and look at this Google Responder bot thread here. What the Google Responder bot does is it takes a CSV file and that has any kind of text in column 6, and it will go to Google and search line by line for all the text in column 6, and it'll let you know if that text is already in Google's index or not. So if we create a bot, we'll probably make the export feature of that bot be in a CSV file that you could use with this Google Responder bot, and that way you would run your bot, you'd pull all the content from this RIM database, and then you'd import that bot into this other bot that we've created, and it would tell you which of the content is actually indexed in Google already, and then you'd know what you could use for your sites. Um, and So yeah, just let us know if you're interested in a bot like that. But this is a great resource. I encourage you to take advantage of it. Again, if you are setting up like Web 2.0 type sites, buffer sites, this stuff is great for those sorts of sites. I've got buffer sites that are where we're using Link Wheel Bandit, and we've used SE Nuke for this, and I've also used Backlinks Genie for this, generating tons and tons of buffer pages on Web 2.0 sites using this type of content. And the nice thing is Google's never seen it before, so the spider just eats it up because it's 100% unique, and then you can use that as a buffer site, or you can use it if you're setting up quick sites just to see if you can get them to rank before you invest in content development. There's a lot of ways you can use this, but especially since it's 100% unique content that you can reproduce. And just one final disclaimer, I'm not a copyright lawyer, so this is not legal advice. The copyright advice I have given in this video shouldn't be considered official legal advice. You really need to get a copyright attorney if you have any kind of questions about the legality of copying these abstracts. But anyway, in general, academic folks that are publishing abstracts want their papers to be discovered. So it's to their advantage to have you republish these abstracts, but just want to be careful that I'm not making any kind of official legal statements about using these abstracts in your site. So you can sort of do it at your own risk, basically. So yeah, just enjoy the resource there. We're still researching some other deep web sources of content for you. And if you're interested in a bot for this specific deep web source, let me know in the thread right below this video.